You're watching the 2024 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Yash Technologies.
To a beautiful Friday afternoon for some exciting minor league cricket. We are here with the Western Conference opener game between SoCal Lashings and Silicon Valley Strikers. Los Angeles Lashings have won the toss and elected to bat first. And Harkaran Gujral is making his debut for Lashings along with Tristan Collitor. First ball. Straight down the ground, play towards mid-off. Close call. Backed up by mid-wicket fielder.
That could have been risky there.
So I'm joined by my colleague Fazal Shah Nawaz, and this is Abhishek Vyas commentating for this game. We'll be your hosts. So I hope you are excited and ready to enjoy some minor league cricket sponsored by Yash Technologies along with Amul. Tristan Collitor facing his first ball.
A nervy start so far by the Lashings. First ball, there's a near run-out chance miss, and the second ball impacting the pads there. Hello, everybody. As my colleague Abhishek mentioned, that we're here for this minor league opener between Lashings and Silicon Valley Strikers.
Short, attacking the pads.
So far, a good start by Nitin. It does look like he's played here so far, right? He's played at Woodley before.
Seems to be utilizing the wickets well, keeping it up. The Woodley wickets are known to be a bit on the slower side. It has something for both the batsman and the bowler. It's a pretty sporting wicket.
But he's hitting that right length to begin with.
Right length.
That's impressive.
Short. Seems to be skidding and staying a little bit low than the expected bounce that you would see on these wickets. Might have some moisture on it. So far the score has been 1 run for 5 balls.
Important to get the nerves out of the way in the season opener.
Straight down the ground, played back to the bowler.
Great over by Nitin comes to an end.
Score is 1 for no loss for 1 over. Second over. Leading edge, going towards third man. Going over the point. Should be easy 2 runs. Harkaran Gujral comes with a reputation of very aggressive batting. He likes to play his shots, free-flowing batsman. So look forward to seeing some fireworks if this guy gets going. New bowler coming in left arm over the wicket. Short, pull towards mid-wicket. This might be the first boundary of the game. It's 4 runs to Harkaran Gujral. Short and pitched right in the middle by Faisal Khan Ahmadzai, and it deserved to go to the boundary. They're getting a man in at deep square leg, and another outfielder is moving now to backward point. So those are the 2 boundary riders. Third man's been brought in. Played towards backward point, and the boundary fielder cuts it off for a single. This is a good start. Pretty reserved start, I would say, to this power play so far. Batsmen are testing out how the wicket's behaving. Harkaran, I think, only knows one way. Kristen Kalicharan returning for Lashings outfit for season number 2. He joined them last year's minor league 2023. Facing Faisal. Yorker dug out by Kristen. Fourth ball coming up. Short, pulled towards square leg. The fielder will cut it off for a single. And Kalicharan is off the mark. Beg your pardon, that was the 5th ball. Last ball of the over coming up. So far, Faisal has been keeping it pretty tight too, besides that one short ball that was pulled towards mid-wicket. Ball number 6 for the over, second. Short, pulled towards long on, just over the mid-on fielder. Stopped just before the boundary for 2 runs. That's the end of the over. The score is 11 for loss of no wickets at the end of 2 overs. Nitin's coming back for his second over. after bowling a really tight first over, giving away only 1 run. The first dot ball, here's the second ball coming up. Hitting to Christian Kalichur. Inside edge, going straight to the keeper.
Great bowling again by Nitin. Continuing on from the first over. You can see he's bowling with a plan here.
Yes, indeed. Bringing the ball back in. Christian tried to make room over there to try and go over the open field on the offside, as their boundary riders are at long on and deep square leg for Nitin. This ball number 3 coming up. Straight down the ground. He's hit it over the mid-off. That's gone for 6. That's the first maximum. Let's go.
Taking advantage of the short boundary there. The right way to play on this right ground at Woodley Park, you've got the straight boundary on one side that's facing the street is very small. So majority of the time, this is the end to attack the bowlers, because on the flip side, the Severn side, the boundaries are much longer.
Fairly bit longer, yes. I think that's a great point you've made, and this is the end that should be targeted to go over. Pull towards mid-wicket, straight to the square leg fielder. And
Couldn't have
Christian,
picked him out better.
the only fielder that was in the outfield, and Christian picked him out perfectly. Lashings is 17 for the loss of first wicket. That's a good breakthrough. Christian has been known for being the anchor and scored a lot of runs for them. Here's the replay. Got good bat on it, but the boundaries on the leg side, it's
That's
pretty
that
long.
bigger.
And it
That's
was
that bigger boundary.
Yeah, and then it was a fairly easy catch straight to the fielder.
If he hits that same shot from the other end, that's a 6 on the other square leg boundary.
Yes.
Hard luck there. It was really starting to look like he was going to get going.
Talking about getting going, please welcome to the crease the one and only, the big man, Harpreet. Now he has been Lashing's highest run scorer since beginning. And this man comes with a big reputation. Those big shoulders, he puts them to good use. It'll be exciting to see if this guy gets going along with Harkaran. Get ready to see some fireworks.
Well
Solid
played
behind
by
the ball. Hit into Harpreet. Play towards point. That is the end of the over. Lashings are at 17 for the loss of 1 wicket.
यार मेरा बीच में
There's the bowling change from this end after Faisal went for a few runs the first over. Ishwarjit Sohi is coming in at right arm over the wicket. I must say, Harkaran must feel like he's been starved of a little bit of strikes since his first over. So it'll be interesting to see if he can continue his flow and get on with it.
well, the opening game of the tournament, at the least one of the openers has to go and play and bat on.
Seems like he's getting some away movement.
Really
Good start.
impressed with the strikers' bowling attack so far. They're keeping it disciplined. Line and length looks
Absolutely.
like is
They're
the
bowling pretty tight
priority.
lines, and it seems like they've done their homework on how to bowl at Woodley Park. Seems like they have good understanding of the pitches on how they behave. Ball two. Oh,
that one took off the deck.
had some serious heat. It seems like Ishwarjot, excuse me, can crank it up. Ball three. Got a leading edge. I must say that's a big reprieve. Harkaran must feel lucky there because that ball hung up in the air for quite a long time. Seems like Ishwarjot is not happy with that. But
Yeah,
to be
but the-
honest, and to be fair, I don't think Harkaran knew where the ball had gone when it went up in the air.
Plus, he's standing his ground. He's not required to move aside.
Right.
So,
Or neither did he come in his way
right.
purposefully trying to block that catch. But fast bowlers tend to have that attitude where they deserve to get every single wicket and every single appeal should be upheld if it was up to them. Ball four, short and wide. Oh, that's a beautiful shot over backward point. Two bounds for four.
Great
Lovely
shot by Gujral. The intentions are clear that the boundaries have to be there every other ball.
Short and wide, just got enough room to open up his arms. Smacked it over backward point for 4 runs.
Let's see what the bowler comes back with.
Oh, leading edge, gone for
Oh.
4. Wow.
Very smartly played, fine for 4 runs.
I tell you what, even though it went for 4, that ball had some serious pace and serious wheels behind it.
Well, the third man was positioned a bit finer than normal, and
think-
even he couldn't cut it off.
The only way that would have been carried to a catcher if they had a flying slip, because it literally went over the first slip. But good use of the pace. At the end of the day, what matters to Harkaran is runs are coming regardless of how they are coming. And I'm pretty sure Lashings would feel the same way. The last ball of the over coming up. 2 boundaries already gone in this over after getting 3 dot balls in the first 3 balls. This is a good response from Harkaran. Let's see what Ishwarjit has to say about this last one. Can he close this over out? Short. Again, placed it over. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful shot that is. That is the biggest side of the boundary, and it cleared graciously and effortlessly. Amazing shot by Harkaran.
He just timed that over.
That
He
was
didn't
pure
even hit
timing.
it.
He just had to utilize the pace. But I tell you what, this boy has some serious skill. Here we go. short and wide, made some room, opened the face of the bat, and that ball was going straight to the parking lot. So after a reserved start, I must say Lashings have come back here pretty well. Over number 5th, straight down the ground.
Scored by Happy.
Harpreet has driven that straight to the left of mid-off, and that has only one direction to go, and that is outside the boundary. 4 runs.
Great shot by Harpreet.
What a way to get off the mark.
Cover driven for 4, and looks like a decent batting track so far.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the bowler did pitch it up. It didn't, you know, if the only difference between the first boundaries that he's been hitting for versus keeping it tight, the guy has been hitting his length right. As soon as he pitches it up at this speed on a shorter end of the boundary, it's asking to be hit. As soon as he brings it back a little bit, it seems like it's been effective in his bowling and keeping it tight.
What I was going to say is, you know, we, in all the years playing at Woodley, whenever the spinners come in, so that's when the game changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So fast bowlers is always a tough day out for them. But so far, Lashings looking good, and let's see how they carry over to the end of power play.
Oh, played it over, backward point, opened the face. This might have enough legs to make it all the way, and
Yep.
that is another 4.
Raining boundaries here at the moment. The
I
intentions
tell
are
you what,
clear.
that was a classy shot.
That was
by
a classic
Harpreet.
shot. Square
This-
driven in the air for 4 runs.
This guy is not only muscles, he's got some class behind it. Here we go again. Opens the face at the last minute. Just gets enough bat to take it all the way. Pitch it up again. Oh, this is another beautiful drive. Should get 2. Played towards extra cover. I tell you what, Harpreet has been putting on a masterclass in this over on how to get some cover drives going. After going for 10 runs in these first 4 balls, Nitin must be feeling the pressure on how to close this over out.
Impact a bit high on that. Promising start by the Lashings. So far, we're at 4.5, 41 for 1.
Not a bad start. Here's the last ball of the over coming up. Can he close it out? Oh, that was pure muscle. That has gone all the way. 1 bounce for 4. I tell you what, he didn't get good hold on to it. He didn't get a good
He
connection.
didn't, but that was that dismissive shot that Harpreet is famous for. It's been class so far in the whole over, but way to finish it off.
What a beautiful shot. At the end of 5 overs, that is 45 runs for 1 wicket. Lashings.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Looks like there's been another change in bowling from this end, with Faisal Khan, Ahmed Zai coming back. He did bowl his first over from this end and went for 10 runs. But but after the way Ishwar Jodh was treated, the captain has a lot of thinking to do on how to close this power play out, because right now it looks like a freight train that is not stopping, and that is Lashings.
Lashings have the momentum here. Very important to carry that momentum into the last 15 overs.
Here's the first ball coming up. Pass up to Harkaran. Short, played it towards backward point, running towards short third man. It'll only be a single.
Could have had two there. Some
He was tempted
hesitation.
to take two, but Harpreet sent it back to keep the risk pretty low.
I think if they had gone right away, they probably would have made it because of the misfield. But hesitations all around.
Indeed, hesitation, and whenever you hesitate, it is better to not take that single and take the chance of getting a run out, because they're going full guns. Ball two. Attempted to pull.
Off the bat there.
Umpire is giving it off of bat. It looks like he might have had an inside edge onto that. And it looked like it carried to the keeper, but I think the keeper just didn't get down in time. Perhaps the replay would tell us a clearer picture.
That's a tough take for the keeper, because you already have a left-handed bowler bowling across the wicket, and then having to reach back towards your left to grab that. That's a tough chance.
Indeed. Here's the replay.
But the more important thing is that another boundary here, and the flurry of boundaries.
They are non-stopping.
This non-stopping. I do see a spinner warming up and getting ready to come on here. So
I tell you, Woodley Park, the game changers and the difference makers has always been the quality of spin. Attempted to take a single. There's been flurry of boundaries in the past 3 overs for Lashings, and they must be really happy. The dugout seems to have a lot of energy, and there's plenty of cheers going on to support their batters as they keep on getting runs and accumulating and making use of this power play with only 2 fielders allowed outside. The 2 boundary riders are backward point and deep square leg. Short, leading edge towards short third man. This is a good contest between some good quality fast bowling along with some aggressive batting from 2 batsmen that are in between crease right now. 4th ball coming up, coming down the wicket. I think the bowler saw early enough Harpreet coming down and adjusted his length where he could not get enough bat onto it.
as cricket fans, it's very exciting times, because you've got minor league with it's been around for a few years now, and what I see around the game are the youth that are involved in this.
Absolutely.
And the youth, because these guys are the ones who are going to be playing in these minor league games in the next 3 years, and this is where you're going to discover that next superstar, the next talent.
At the end of the power play, Lashings are 50 for loss of 1 wicket. Pranay Suri is coming from the shorter end. Bowls right arm off spin. Once the power play is over, field restrictions have been lifted, and there are 5 fielders outside. So a little bit about Pranay Suri. You know, he comes from under 19 days where he did get to play for US under 19, and the team that had made it to the New Zealand World Cup. He was part of that fit. So as he comes into bowl to Harkaran, first ball, bowling right arm around the wicket, tossed it up. Oh, played over covers. Oh, this is a beautiful shot. Good stop by the boundary rider. And saved 3 runs for sure for his team.
Poor running there. Should have actually been 2 runs.
Had they pushed for it, there definitely was 2 there.
They strolled through that one.
Ball 2 coming up. This is difficult to ask for a spinner to bowl from this end, I tell you what. Because this is exactly what happens when you're bowling from the short end.
Place it in the gap.
The percentage of boundaries that you get hit from that end is a lot higher. And typically, the way the approach has been at Woodley Park is that when you bowl from this end, you usually utilize your fast bowlers. You keep it short to avoid getting hit down the ground. Ball 3.
Yes, that boundary is very short, and as Harpreet misses out here,
He must be gutted because the ball was pitched up once again.
but we've got long on and long off in place for him. So it's important for Harpreet to keep rotating the strike.
Rely on the boundary balls.
Correct.
Oh my
what
gosh.
a monster.
Oh, please. Somebody may have to call an Uber to get the ball back.
Have mercy.
Because that has gone miles.
Biggest hit of the day so far.
Oh my goodness. What a shot that is. Right in the slot. Tossed it up. All Harpreet had to do was just take that gift with both arms open. Here's the replay. Short, length ball.
Dismissed.
It was dismissed out of the sight.
The ball is still not back yet, by the way. Oh, here it comes.
The ball did really go far. So Pranay has a lot to worry about now, given that he has already gone for 11 runs in his first 5 balls. Can he close this over out? This has been the, right at the start of the over, the concern that we had brought up. That bowling a spinner from this end can be really tricky, and Silicon Valley strikers must not be happy about this decision. At the end of 7 overs, Lashings are 61 for 1.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
The change of bowler coming from this end. Silicon has been making lots of changes. Bringing another spinner. It looks like it is push B. We'll get to the last one soon. First ball coming in left arm. Pitched it up, full toss on the pads. Plays towards the
Got away with his first one with the full toss and leg stump.
Push Balala coming to beautiful ball. It was flat, but right on the spot.
Tight
Can't do much
bowling
about
there.
that ball.
Tight bowling. So far, not a bad over, especially with considering what's going on.
Pushed up once again towards long on. Pretty standardized field, I must say, for Kush, with deep square leg, mid wicket, long on, long off, and sweeper given. Short third man point covers in field. Oh, dropped. That came straight to him, but it had lots and lots of power behind it.
Yep, Harpreet power. That's a tough chance, but
Tough chance, but chance indeed.
chance indeed.
At this level, when you're playing, you have to take these chances, especially with guys like Harpreet that can take the game away single-handedly. Last ball of the over coming up. Tried to cut the ball. Good way to close it out. Only 4 runs from this over. Lashings is 65 for loss of 1 wicket after the end of 8 overs.
Change here by Ishwar Jot Sohi coming back on. He bowled 1 over for 14 runs so far.
I tell you, I think it's the correct decision on Silicon Valley's part because of that shorter boundary that they are coming to terms with, and they are utilizing their fast bowlers to come from that end, where he gets enough room to bowl short. Harkaran was interested in taking that single, but Harpreet was the unmovable object.
Good start to the over. Keeping it tidy. And Abhishek, we must never forget our sponsors. Yash Technologies, specializing in business IT solutions.
Absolutely.
And obviously, everyone's favorite, Amul. Clearly a popular product in my household. But we thank them for bringing us minor league cricket.
To make some delicious treats at Amul. And they're also, we must thank them, but because also they're helping us bring these beautiful pictures coming live from Woodley Park down here in Los Angeles area on this beautiful Friday afternoon as Lashings are battling it out with Silicon Valley Strikers.
Good over so far by Ishwar Jot.
I must say, this is a really good comeback.
3-dot balls.
Indeed. This is a really good comeback from Ishwar Jot after getting hit for 14 runs in 1 over in his last over. I think he has adapted and adjusted to the conditions well by not keeping it short and wide. He's just hitting that length where it's difficult to get away.
Abhishek, from what you've seen so far, what do you think is a par score considering the wicket the opposition. What do you think Lashings should be aiming for?
Oh, beautiful uppercut. A good stop there.
Good stop by Shivam.
I tell you what, Shivam Mishra definitely stopped at least 2 runs, thereby making that good effort.
Judge did really well.
Yeah, good shot. Play towards third man again. Shivam Mishra cleans it up.
We haven't had any boundaries for the last couple of overs so far. Strikers have been good to keep things a bit sedated.
Yeah, they're really reeling it back. And Ishwar Jyot is helping here by keeping and bowling really tight lines, not giving any room or width.
Important thing is they haven't been able to take any wickets though. So apart from that earlier with Christian getting out, but this partnership's been going strong.
Indeed.
And our current partnership is actually a 51-run partnership in 37 deliveries. Who could have been a single there.
Harpreet was looking for a single direct hit. Good throw by the batter.
Gujarat was not interested. Ended the over.
Throw there from Gary Graham.
9 overs gone with 68 for 1. Lashings.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Kush Balala coming back for his second over after bowling a really tight over. Starting off with a really tight over.
4 runs in his first over. Not bad at all.
Harpreet must be itching to get after Kush. Coming down the wicket, down the ground. That's 6. Maximum just hitting the boundary ropes on the full. Harpreet was itching to get away after getting few dot balls in the previous over. Comes down the wicket and smacks it straight down the ground. It was a half chance if the long off fielder was all the way at the boundary.
I think he judged it a little bit late, but it's not his fault. The shot was very flat, low to the ground, and it wasn't
Short.
easy to get on it.
Played towards long on. It'll only be a single.
Shivam doing the fielding. 7 runs in the first 2 balls. Good start to the over so far. We were discussing par score. Sorry to cut you up.
Right.
We were discussing par score. And between the overs, I think we settled on that 170 is a good score to put up.
Right. I mean, with the start that Lashings has, and with them going at 8 runs and over with all the wickets in hand, they must look for 170 plus score. Played towards mid-wicket by Harkaran. I tell you what, this boy is looking really comfortable out there. It looks like he belongs here, even though nobody can tell that this is his debut game.
Yeah, he moved here, I think about a year and a half ago. And,
Down the ground. Oh, ain't no stopping that bullet.
Great shot by Harpreet. Straight as an arrow. No chance for long on or long off to cut that off.
I tell you what, he got some really serious stick in his hands.
You know, he's known to be a power hitter, but we've seen some classy strokes from him today. Harpreet's bring it on.
He's bringing it, that's for sure. Harpreet's looking solid, playing the spin well, moving his feet well. pull, play down towards mid-off. Good way to close the over out. Lashings is 81 for 1 at the end of 10 overs. Coach, after starting really well, goes for 13 runs in this over.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Ishwarjeet coming to bowl in the 11th over. Short, inside edge towards fine leg. Harpreet had all the intentions to launch that straight to the airport. That is very close to Woodley Park. But unfortunately it didn't get enough connection to it and just got an inside edge. It appeared like he was losing his shape a little bit in hitting that shot. Head falling backwards. Here's ball number 2 coming up. Harkaran looks like he's showing all the stumps to the bowler. Tried to pull the ball. Fazal bhai, this is the crucial part where teams tend to lose momentum. You know, the overs from over 10 to over 15 is key, where you don't want to lose wicket. You want to continue the momentum. What can Lashings do here to get the ball going, get the score going?
Well, I think the best thing to do here is, for the next 5 overs, you just have to go 10 runs and over. Score 50 runs. And it's as simple as that. The next 30 balls, 50 runs. That takes you to 130, and then you have the next 5 overs to finish things off. It's important to rotate the strike here. I reckon these 2 batters have been in, and they'll try to go for some huge boundaries here.
Yeah, I think Harpreet has opportunity here to look to rotate the strike and not go to hit boundaries every single ball, you know, and potentially lose wicket, because the new man coming in would again need some time to get set, and that would slow the momentum down for his team. So like I was mentioning about between overs 10 to 15, besides getting boundaries and continuing the momentum, you must look to rotate the strike and keep rotating so that the score keeps on ticking. Harpreet Singh, beg your pardon, 46 runs of 33 balls, and Harkaran has scored 30 runs off 21 balls. Both are going at least at a strike rate of 140 or above. The key is to keep that strike rate and continue to rotate strike and look for odd boundaries from here onwards until the last 5 overs are left. Because if they have wicket in hand, then it gives a platform for the rest of the batsmen to play their shots freely. Play towards point for another single. Silicon Valley strikers did a good job in setting up the field, and the bowlers are bowling to their field. And good way to close out by Ishwar Jodh there. Lashings are 85 for the loss of 1 wicket after 11 overs. The bowling change here. Kamran Hotak coming in. Nicely played with full control towards mid-on. Ball 2 coming up. Arm ball coming in. Oh, lovely running by Harpreet. Oh, overthrow down the ground. That was a really wayward throw. And extra 4 runs going against Silicon Valley for a poor throw from the covers. What should have been a simple single goes for a total of 5 runs. The bowler's not impressed. The captain's not impressed. And you will see in a bit. The keeper is not impressed. The look of disdain, if looks could kill. That looks adjacent. And Harkaran is given a giant LBW. He was looking really good there, and Lashings must feel that he deserved a 50 there. Next batsman coming up is a veteran of minor league cricket, Cody Chetty, making his debut for Los Angeles Lashings. This man has played for multiple teams in the past and brings in a wealth of experience, does Cody. It'll be interesting to see how their approach is from here onwards. to finish these last 8.5 overs that Lashings has left to play with. Think about it, they're 91 for 2, but they still have 51 balls to play. And they could easily make a pretty substantial amount of score if they have wickets in hand. Come run to Cody. Play towards extra cover. Should be a single. Suri cleans it up. And Cody is just like that, off the mark.
Inside out
Over
shot
the
by
extra
Harpreet over extra cover.
And what a way to announce and start your minor league.
50 in the first game.
Playing inside out. Made enough room for himself to free up those arms. Then couple bounces. And that was out of the park. Straight down the ground. The extra cover fielder cleans it up. And I'm pretty sure Kamaran feels hard done by, because although the score shows that he's given 11 runs, you know,
He bowled quite well.
there were 5 overthrows. But at the end of 12 overs, Lashing score is 96 for 2, and they're maintaining the 8 runs per over run rate, so that way it could give them a good platform, a launching platform for the rest of the hitters, for the likes of Elmore, that is still waiting in the dugout. There's a bowling change coming up from the shorter end. Another off spinner coming in
Shivam.
the likes of Shivam Mishra. Now this man comes with a wealth of experience, with some pedigree of cricket that he has played.
He is,
in
and
Ranji Trophy.
if you remember, very recently he was the MVP for the Southern California Premier League.
Absolutely.
And did quite well.
Played
First
it towards
ball.
extra cover for a single by Cody. But yes, he did play in Southern California Premier League over the long weekend, and I think he was the difference maker for the whole tournament by single-handedly winning the whole thing for San Diego. Ball 2 coming up. Oh, that's down the ground. Please don't stop that ball. Ain't nobody stopping that ball. Straight as an arrow, right over the side screen for a maximum.
I think I see the other team feeling for it in the wall ground. Huge hit. Straight.
First mistake that Shivam did was tossing it up in the slot. The ball was out of here.
The important thing is that Harpreet has focused on hitting straight. There haven't been any shots where he's lost shape so far, and hopefully he keeps that going if he wants to get a big inning here.
Yeah.
Great opportunity for him.
Oh my God.
Another one.
If you think the last one was good, this one is better.
Somebody get on the bicycle.
Oh my
Scooter.
gosh. Harpreet is motoring along, and this is looking dangerous for Silicon Valley strikers. Coming in on the wicket, tossed it up again. And Harpreet obliged by launching it into another park.
Harpreet is on 67 off 38 so far with a strike rate of 176. 7 fours and 4 sixes. Important for him and the Lashings that he continues on.
He must go on from here. He has to be the one that keeps on going. Because he's the setback. One-hander.
Third 6 in a row.
Are you kidding me?
You do not bowl a spinner from that short
That
boundary.
was all Punjab power in that shot. Because that ball had no right to go over the boundary. It was
You
early on
cannot
that.
bowl
The ball
a
didn't get
spinner.
out.
You can
One-hander.
Yeah, but you cannot bowl a spinner from that boundary.
I mean,
That's
that
just
has been
suicide.
established already. And Silicon Valley strikers are themselves to blame that they are not learning from their mistakes, where they were seeing how many players had been gotten hit for a lot of runs when they bring spinners from the shorter end.
Smart of Harpreet of taking advantage, seizing the opportunity.
He's picking his bowler.
Right.
He's choosing the right shots, and he's also making sure that he's picking the right end to hit those boundaries. So that way, shots like that, when he mistimes it, it still ends up going. So that's far. So far, there has been 3 sixes in a row.
Are we recalculating our par score or predicted score at the moment? Because
If this boy keeps going like this, we'll see that par score come up real quick.
long on and long off, looking a little bit helpless there.
There's not much they can do unless they were 10 feet tall. Fifth ball coming up, tossed up. Oh, flicked it towards mid-wicket. Oh
Another
my
six.
gosh.
4 sixes
That
in
is
a row.
monstrous. Unbelievable shot, pure timing. If you saw the previous shot, that was mistimed for 6. That was all power. This was pure grace. He picked the biggest pocket off the ground and effortlessly flicked it for a 6.
That ball just kept going. It had air miles on it.
What will Shriram do here? Got hit for 4 sixes. Down the ground, up in the air, long off coming underneath it. And that's a wicket. It was exciting while it lasted, but unfortunately Harpreet mistimed a full toss and could not clear the mid-off bound.
The easiest of them, he could not put away. That's just how cricket is.
He must be gutted and really disappointed after the momentum and the start that he had. But this must be a big reprieve for Silicon Valley strikers, and they must feel relief, albeit for the next 30 seconds, as the man walking in is even a bigger 6-hitter than Harpreet himself. Straight from Jamaica, hailing, represented USA in the past. The big man with big bat, one and only, the veteran of cricket, the legend of Woodley Park, Elmore Hutchinson, coming to the strike.
If Elmo gets going, then strikers may be wondering if they were just happy to keep Harpreet
Elmore gets going,
on the
it's
crease.
going to be fun to watch. Not so much for the opposition, but I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm sure the viewers watching are also looking to see some 6s.
You know, strikers had a very promising first 3 overs where it looked like their fast bowlers had a plan. I just feel like they may have panicked a little bit too early to start bowling spinners, especially from the shorter end. And that has cost him dearly, because the last over went for 25 runs and another previous spinner's over went for 15 runs. So that's 2 overs where you gave up 40 runs from one end.
Absolutely. The biggest mistake they did was bowling spinners from the shorter end, and both were off spinners, which would be actually a good matchup for the batsman to clear the boundaries, because the ball coming into a right-hander is a lot easier to hit than the ball that is moving away from a right-hander. Kamran Hotak coming in for his second over. Cody Chetty played the first ball towards point for no runs. First ball 2 coming up, tossed up, played towards extra cover for another dot ball.
It looks like Kamran is just focusing on darting the ball in there, as most like he's bowling sliders.
Indeed.
Not much
Played
turn.
late towards backward point. Gary clears it up, cleans it up. This will be an interesting battle to see whether Elmore takes a couple balls to get his eye in.
I think he can afford to.
He definitely can afford to, especially the wickets have just fallen and there are still 6 more overs after this. So he has plenty of balls that he can face after this. First ball bowled. Elmore went back to a ball that should have been played front foot, and his off stump was rattled. The Singh bails came on, and unfortunately, that was the end of the big man who couldn't use his big bat.
2 quick wickets here.
Indeed, this must add some pressure back onto Lashings, especially after the start that they had. They have to do some recovery work from here on.
Some great highs and lows in this game of cricket. Just a few minutes ago, we were witnessing Harpreet hit 4 sixes in a row, and now we've got 2 straight wickets that have gone down. Spinners again coming into the game. And,
Smart bowling from Kamra.
Very smart bowling. And, you know,
Kept it
he's...
tight.
Yeah. The fact that he plays cricket here for Caribbean Cricket Club gives him an advantage,
Yeah.
because familiarity of the conditions is it's a great tool, an important
big
asset.
asset.
It's a big asset to have in the game of cricket. So
And this will be interesting given that left-arm bowler is bowling. Lashings have decided to send in the debutant Arjav Patel, coming in and making his debut as under 23. This boy is some serious talent. You know, I've had the opportunity to mentor him when he was a youth, and he has a really good temperament, good head on his shoulder, and a really good kid with solid technique. So it'll be interesting to see how his approach is from here on. And I hope Cody gives him pointers, and then they can build a partnership from here on, because Lashings definitely need that right now. Tossed up, played towards mid-wicket.
well, he's got a good opportunity here with 1 ball remaining in this over and 6 overs to come after this.
This is a good time to come in, for sure. There's enough time for him to get set, and he just doesn't have to throw his bat around. So if he can utilize this opportunity, he can really solidify his spot in this team. Do you think, Fazal Bhai, are there any nerves in Arjav making his debut?
The nerves are always there. It's the first game of the season. First game as a player, you're making a debut. The nerves are always there. That's just the
Especially
human
playing such
element
a
of it.
high-level cricket in this competitive league. I'm pretty sure it's in the back of his mind, but I tell you what must feel good for him is that he got off the mark.
Yes, it always feels nice to get off the mark.
To get that first one away has always been something for batsmen as reassuring, and it does help you feel good that the first one is off. So at the end of 14 overs, Lashings are going at a run rate of 8.79, and they are 123 for 4. Still a couple batsmen left for Lashings, I must say, with Abhimanyu, who's very handy with bat, and Neeraj Goel is a strong boy who can hit as well. Looks like
Yes.
Faisal Khan has been brought in from short end.
Plenty of batting to follow. But the important part is that these 2 players have to put a partnership together and keep the things moving.
Absolutely. That will be crucial for Lashings to execute, to make sure that they get the results that they've been looking for. Because they have had an excellent start, and it would be a waste, and it would be a loss of opportunity if they end up messing it up from here. Because they have the platform. Short and wide. Try to uppercut it.
crucial part of the innings here. 2 new batsmen at the crease. From here, the innings could go either way. So the last 6 overs, it's important for Lashings to obviously finish on this inning strong, and
Vessel coming in. Slow one over extra cover. It's going straight to the fielder. And that is end of Urjav's innings.
another wicket here.
He did get good connection on it, but I feel like he wanted to play it a little straighter than what he ended up getting, and ended up slicing the ball straight towards extra cover. New batsman coming in is Suraj Kumar, making his debut for Lashings cricket. The wicketkeeper batsman has played all around the world. No ball, played towards fine leg. Exciting ball coming up, guys, with the free hit coming up. I tell you what, whenever a batsman is just at the crease and if they get a free hit, there's nothing better feeling than getting that free hit and you can get that boundary away.
Especially from the shorter end. Will the bowler pitch it up or go short?
The only thing we gotta watch out for is, are the stars aligned, and can Cody get one away out of the ropes? Look for a ram. It misses us all together. The stumps are rattled, but it was a free hit.
It was there to hit. The length was there.
The ball was in the slot, but
Fortunately, he just went across.
Cody made a mess of that shot too. Short ball pulled. The fielder will cut it out at square leg. Lashings going through a little bit of a rebuilding phase at the moment, with quick loss of 3 wickets in the phase of past 5 overs.
That run rate is still good though, thanks to Harpreet in the middle overs.
Definitely helped out in having a breathing room. But it is crucial that they don't lose any wickets anymore. Short. No shot offered, and that is called end of the over by the umpire. So Lashings are 126 for loss of 5 wickets, with the last set of overs coming up, the last 5.
Silicon Valley Strikers have done a great job pulling this game back. The momentum is clearly with them. They're looking like a lot more confident in the field. And Kamran has been at the center of it all. He's got 2 overs, 13 runs for 2 wickets so far. And still got 2 overs to go in this game. So
He's done a great job. Ball's tossed it up. Oh, full toss. Oh, excellent stop by the mid-wicket fielder. What a great save that is.
What
He
a
saved
save.
at least 4 runs for his team.
he did. What a stop. What a save.
That ball was going for 6 runs until the fielder decided to be in the middle of it and saved 4 runs for his team. It was a gentle, tossed up full toss that went straight towards mid-wicket, and the fielder did a great job in saving those runs. Nicely played with opening the face of the bat at the contact point. The Silicon Valley Strikers boast some really good batsmen too, with the likes of Shehan Jayasuriya, Shivam Mishra, Gary Graham. They have some firepower in there as well.
There's another man in front of us, Shehan Jayasuriya. Shivam Mishra. 2 very good left-handed batsmen. They've got some firepower indeed. That's why 170 is that score that you have to get.
Lashings has to look for 170 in the next 4.5 overs. Played late. Oh, he timed the ball so well. Played late, opened the face of the bat, and took it almost out of keeper's hands to place it between short third man and backward point for 2 runs. Cody looks like he's a timer of the ball, relies more on the timing rather than power.
Exactly what Lashing needs at the moment.
Coming down the wicket, played with soft hands, putting pressure on Gary Graham, but couldn't stop the single.
Seven runs in the over so far. Last ball coming up.
River swept. There's no fielder there. What a beautiful shot for 4 runs by Suraj.
What a way to finish off the over.
He couldn't have played that any better. That was good shot from Suraj. Bringing
11
his
runs in
score
that
to 6
over.
runs.
And that's what it's going to take.
Absolutely. This is definitely helping Lashing's case in aiming that target. This is a great game of tennis, so to speak, where they're just going back and forth on seeing who's got the next move, where Silicon Valley Strikers are striking, no pun intended, and then Lashings are lashing it back.
It's a battle back and forth indeed. Entertaining game of cricket so far. There's lots been happening. We've seen some overthrows. We've seen some power hitting by Harpreet. We've seen some classy stroke play, reverse sweep, inside out, lofted drives.
And that is exactly what you expect from minor league cricket, sponsored by Yash Technologies and Amul, where best of the players and the local talents come together to put on a show.
It's nice to see the players expressing themselves. And that's what's required in this tournament.
That is the name of the game for T20. Ishwarjot coming back. Short, hold. Oh, beautiful shot. Oh, nobody's stopping that ball. He timed that ball so well that the fielder had only 4 to 5 feet to move to his right, and he still could not stop the ball.
The fielder gave up after 2 seconds. He said, it's not for me.
Lovely shot by Cody. A good start to the over, especially as they start their last 4 overs. When you get the boundary away at the start of the over, it definitely adds pressure to the bowler because now they're worried about closing the over out. Not. Cody plays it down the ground, trapped up for room while coming down the wicket. Dabs it towards mid-on for a single.
Suraj on strike.
I tell you what, that reverse sweep was really impressive and a pleasant surprise to see. Played it towards covers, straight to the fielder at Pranay.
Fine leg and deep square leg in place.
With the way the outfielders have established, I tell you what, I don't think there's anything that's going to be pitched up by Ishwar Jodh. The boundary riders are mid-wicket, deep square leg, deep fine leg, third man, and backward point. So expect quick and short stuff coming towards Suraj. Short. Hits high on the bat. They take a single. The ball barely ends up going towards square leg at 30 yards.
6 runs so far.
Good connection on it. Yeah, 4 balls, 6 runs. Ishwar Jodh has done a good job in bringing the flow of runs back down into Silicon Valley strikers' favor after going for a boundary on the first ball.
Cody facing.
This is going to be a big ball coming up. Down the ground. Uppercut.
For 6.
This
What
is
a shot.
towering 6. Oh my gosh. That ball went up so high and far. I tell you what, when it came down, it had some icicles on it.
Great shot so
On the
far.
ground, made some room. Uppercut. Over backward point. For a massive 6. I tell you what, Cody's in a mood. He's looking to get some more.
People be watching the replay for that shot.
Play towards backward point for a single. Good cricket there. Hit a boundary and then take a single.
150 comes up for Lashings at the end of 17 overs.
I tell you what, if Silicon Valley strikers don't get a breakthrough over here, this is not looking good for them at this point.
Kamran coming to bowl his fourth and last over of his spell. 3 overs, 24 runs and 2 wickets so far. Couldn't get him away. Cody on strike. Slowed it up in the wicket. Good start to the over by Kamran. Trying to stay ahead of the batsman. Driven off the back foot for a single to extra cover. 1 run coming so far and 3 deliveries. We're in the last we're 18th over at the moment, so we've got 2 more overs remaining after this. We're in the business end of the innings. And Lashings will be hoping for a strong finish, and strikers will be hoping to keep things tight. Kamran slowed it up there. And Suraj could not get him away. Smart bowling here, bearing his pace. He knows the batsmen are going to be coming after him. Slogs it across to the mid-wicket region for 4 runs. Good shot by Suraj. Now batting at 11 of 8 balls. Was able to put that away through the mid-wicket region. Last ball coming up. Reverse swept over short third man for 4 runs. What a way to finish off the over. He played that shot in the previous over of Kamran's. He was able to play that shot again and put it away again. Great finish to the over as 9 runs came off of it.
I tell you what, Suraj Kumar is making a good use of that shot, and it's been really successful at executing it.
159 Lashings at the end of 18 overs.
Hey, they're right on track to crossing that 170 mark that they've been aiming for. And on top of that, whatever they can get. I think with 2 overs left, they should be aiming to get at least 180 to 190 from here onwards. What do you have to say about that?
Well, you're getting, you're getting 8, 10 runs and over anyways. So I guess 180 is somewhat expected at this moment. But the beauty of cricket says,
Silicon Valley has set up their field with their boundary raiders being at long on, mid-wicket, deep square leg, and short third man, and extra cover. Short, looking for a cut. He might have been expecting the bounce to be a little bit higher, but it seemed to have skidded off rather than, bouncing away for Suraj Kumar.
I just think he was beaten for pace there.
Slower one, gets a leading edge. Shehan Surya is coming underneath it and takes an easy catch, and that is the end of Suraj Kumar's innings. A short, sweet, but untimely wicket for Lashings, and a good breakthrough. This is the first wicket for Faisal. Untimely wicket for Lashings. Suraj played a handy cameo at a strike rate of 150. The next man in is Vedant Jain, the left-hander batsman, right-arm leg spinner. He's no monk with a bat, but there's only 9 balls for him to play with. It'll be interesting. High back lift. This is a change. Short down the ground, smacks the first ball for 6. Silencing all the critics that were asking, why is Vedant going in?
What a shot to get off the mark.
There's nothing better than letting your bat do the talking, because nobody was expecting Vedant to do that on his first ball, but he manages to clear the boundary effortlessly. There's a change in field now with long on being back. Second ball down the ground, sliced it over extra cover. There's no fielder there. Should be two. After the first three balls, this is definitely welcome runs for Lashings. Faisal Khan slowing that ball up.
Vedant with 8 runs off the first 2 deliveries. Really helping Lashings' cause here. Some conference and exchange of ideas going on between the bowler and the captain. How to finish off the over with the last delivery. Fine leg comes into the circle with long off going back. Mid off, sorry, dropping back
for
to
Vedant,
long off
they have
region.
extra cover, long off, long on, mid wicket and deep square like their outfielders. That is a beautiful shot. Man, this guy can hit. With that high backlift, he's smacking it. Vedant is really turning it up here.
12 runs in 3 balls. Crucial runs.
Beautiful shot. The long on fielder didn't have much of ground to cover, but the ball was hit with brute force to the point where he had no way to stop that. Lashing's score is 172 for 6 in 19 overs. They're going at a 9 runs an over click. There's that par score that we were talking about, that they should at least look to score 170 runs.
They've got there.
Make a game out of this. And I tell you what, if they can score 190 or above, this is their game. Unless something drastic happens or they manage to figure out how not to bowl, then and only then Lashings can mess this up. Last over coming up with Nitin on strike. Full toss, slower one. Shivam Mishra coming underneath it. I tell you what, this is a big wicket. Cody didn't get enough bat on it. Very untimely wicket for them. Cody Chetty going at the score of 24 of 20 balls. The ball was there to hit. Slower one, full toss. Seems like Cody reached for it and dragged it down towards long on rather than going straight. Failed to execute. And with that, the score is 172 for 7 for Lashings. And skipper, the man himself, the lasher, Abhimanyu Rajab, is coming to strike. Mr. Musafir. He's got 5 balls to play. There's a running joke that says, Abhimanyu always tells people, I don't want to face more than 6 balls. Well, his wish has come true with only 5 left. What can he do for his team? Swing and a miss.
The ball was there in the slot. It was there to be hit.
Although Nitin doesn't have the speed that his counterparts have, but he's really bowling smart into the wicket, slowing things down, utilizing his strengths in making sure he keeps the score down. And so far, he's doing a great job by getting 2 dot balls.
You're right, wicket on the first ball and dot ball on the second. Slower delivery.
Slower delivery again. He's doing a great job hiding and deceiving the batsman. Fourth ball coming up, 3 dot balls so far. Fourth dot ball, Abhimanyu comes down the wicket, but catching nothing but fresh air.
2 balls to go.
Tell you what, at the end of the day, whichever way the results goes, this over could be the difference maker.
It can be. 4 dot balls
In the 20th over.
in the 20th over.
This is incredible performance from Nitin. Down the ground. Huge six.
Finally able to connect one.
I tell you what, man. He took 3 balls as siders, but he deposited that one out of the ground on that one. Slower one into the slot, and free flow of the bat from Abhimanyu holds the pose for the cameras. And that is 6 important runs for Lashings. Last ball of the over, short. Played towards square leg, looking for 2 runs. Won't be there. And at the end of the innings, Lashings have managed to gather 179 runs, putting up 180 runs for Silicon Valley strikers to chase. Fazal bhai, what would you have to say about this score? Do you think Lashing has enough?
Well, 180 is a good score. Obviously, the bowling, catching, and how you go about defending the target comes into play. On a relatively smaller ground, one end, as we discussed, is small. So 10 overs would be coming in from the smaller end. So no opposition is going to roll over for you, but it is a good score on the target for Lashings in their first game, batting first to put up 180. That's what was required.
Besides having a couple of blips, everybody contributed, starting from Harkaran Gujral to Harpreet Singh leading the scorecard with 79 runs, along with Kodi Cherry holding it in the middle, and then Suraj Kumar, Vedant Jain, and Abhimanyu closing it out with crucial quick runs, making Silicon strikers needing 180 runs from 20 overs at 9 runs and over. It will be interesting chase, so to speak, the least. So looking at the Silicon Valley strikers' bowling attack, everybody went for runs. So this has been the first innings. We'll return very soon for this 2024 season of Minor League, sponsored by Yash Technologies along with Amul. Thank you. Ayan has been steaming in and really troubling the batsman. Kamran had a really difficult time with the moving ball. Looks like there's some movement at side screen. Anthony Bramble about to face his first ball. The single came as an expense of edge. Comes down the wicket. Hits the pads. Seems like the ball was going down the wicket. So a good start for Lashings so far. Ayan has given away only 1 run in his 5 balls. He's keeping it really tight, really economical, not moving away from the stumps and target. It'll be interesting to see if that catch drop ends up being expensive. Played towards covers. A good stop for a single. Looks like Lashings is 2 runs. Excuse me. Silicon Valley Strikers are 2 runs at the end of first over. Neeraj Goel, another exciting addition to Lashings cricket, is coming into bowl from the farther end. Coming in right on over the wicket. Oh, that looks plumb, but umpire thinks the otherwise. Right on the money. It hit the back pad, but Anthony seems to show that there was some bat onto it.
Looked very close there initially, but what matters is what the umpire thinks, and Anthony remains not out.
Do you think that was worth a review?
I think if the review technology, DRS technology was available, they would have gone for it.
It's an early pressure by Lashings. Oh, down the ground, down the leg.
5 runs, freebies.
Suraj Kumar made his full effort in diving and trying to stop the ball, but it was way wayward by Neeraj Goel. Now this is something interesting because Neeraj is not known for being wayward. He's very accurate and seems to have the lowest percentage of boundaries that he gives during power play. So it is a really abnormal, so to speak, for him to give away so many runs in extras this early in the innings. Third ball coming up. Another
Adjusting
wide.
there. An adjustment from the leg side wide to the offside wide.
Almost like overcompensating for the line that he had picked in the previous ball. He's getting some good pace, good carry. He just needs to be more accurate.
I reckon he's trying to settle in.
Oh, that's a beautiful channel right there. Seems to be moving the ball away. Seems like Neeraj Goel is somebody that can move the ball both ways, because the ball that ended up going down wide for 4 runs was the one that was coming back into the right-hander. It was just he started off so down the leg that it made it even difficult for the keeper to stop. Neeraj coming in. Anthony being watchful. Besides those extras, this is not a bad start. Lashings is really holding Silicon Valley Strikers at bay.
Not a bad start at all. And A wicket early on is what Lashings would be looking for, to put pressure on this chase. It's a big chase. 173 is... Anthony watches. They go by. Cautious in his approach earlier on. Very similar to Lashings' batsman. But Neeraj is really bold in the right areas after those couple of extras that he conceded in the beginning of the over.
It seems like after recalibrating his line, Neeraj has really settled into this tight channel, which is making it really difficult for Silicon Valley Strikers batsmen.
The pressure of the chase is something else.
Short and pull towards mid-wicket, and ain't no stopping that ball.
All along the ground, a disciplined shot.
Very controlled shot by Anthony, and that boundary will alleviate some of the pressure that was created by Lashings' bowler.
Not a good way to finish off the over, of course.
It was short and it just sat up, and Anthony just had to get on top of it. The ball was not short enough that it could get on above shoulder height. It was perfectly within the range that Anthony felt comfortable hitting it away. And coming in, hit down the ground, straight back towards long off, rather mid off. Silicon Valley Strikers are 12 for no loss in 2 overs. Left armer to left-hander, down the ground. Free hands by Kamran. And 4 runs added to Silicon Valley Strikers. Good controlled shots coming down the wicket, moving away from the ball, making room for himself. Free hands through the ball. Lot of bottom hand. 4 runs. Ayan coming in. Short. Swing and a miss for a dot ball. Ayan Desai, newest addition to the US men's T20 team, has been picked to go play in Namibia. I'm pretty sure everyone in Southern California cricket community has been excited about that prospect. Short, over his head, wide given like by the umpire. This US call-up for Ayan is coming on the back of good performance where he made his debut in Major League Cricket for Seattle Orcas and famously got the first ball wicket of Devon Conway. Full toss down the ground. 4 runs. So after keeping it tied, Ayan is giving away a couple boundary balls. Couldn't have gotten an easier ball to hit by Kamran. And Lashings have to be really cautious here by not giving away too many boundaries during the power play. Down the ground again. Every time Ayan has managed to keep that length, Kamran hasn't been successful in getting any connection onto the bat. Whenever he has erred in his length, that's when Kamran has capitalized on it by getting boundaries. Full played towards extra cover. Silicon Valley should get 2 runs for there.
Good over for Silicon Valley strikers.
Indeed. They got 11 runs in that over. And Silicon Valley strikers are 23 for the loss of no wickets after 3 overs.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Every time Ayan managed to earn his lengths, that's when he was taken for runs. So the discipline will be crucial from both Lashing bowlers, opening bowlers, to ensure that the boundaries are kept limited. Short, played towards long on.
4 runs.
1 bounce, 4 runs. Shortish length ball just outside off stump. Anthony Bramble rocks back and smacks it over mid-on. Almost like a forehand tennis shot for 4 runs. Seems like a seriously strong boy.
But once again, looking to hit it flat, looking to keep it down and not trying to overly hit it. I'm impressed by the way he's kept those shots, even the horizontal shots, in control.
Oh, down the ground. Harpreet had no chance to stop that ball. Some serious power behind that shot. The way Anthony Bramble stands and the way he bats, the way he stands at the crease, reminds me of a West Indian batsman, Johnson Charles, who had similar stance, similar
build.
stature, and hits the ball a long way as well.
I agree with you. And right now, he's having fun for himself. He's at 13 off 10 deliveries after a cautious start, taking the total up to 31 for no loss. A bit predictable there from
Short,
Neeraj.
pulled away. This guy is not holding it back. And Neeraj is being taken to the cleaners with 3 back-to-back boundaries. Short, down the ground. He just swivels on his hips. It's gone for 4.
He's
This
been
is looking dangerous for Lashings.
Neeraj has been all over the place. He's gotten hit all over the place, but it's important to stick to your strengths and force the batsman there. Obviously, easier said than done, but right now, Neeraj is struggling, and Anthony's getting the better of him.
Oh, it's not getting better. It's getting worse for Neeraj. This is not looking good because Anthony seems to be liking the way Neeraj is dishing it up. This is gone for 6. Flat, hard, and he's launching those rockets through his bat. Lots of bottom hand into that shot. And straight into those trees at Woodley Park. Good stop by Vedant at mid-on. It'll be crucial. Neeraj can perhaps get a dot ball here because he's already gone for 19 runs in this over. Definitely must be feeling the heat. Vishal bhai, the mixer with the 4 channels on it, is that the one where we can increase the volume of my mic?
Here, back on live here. A very promising start by Silicon Valley Strikers. 4 overs, 43 runs for no loss. And Lashings are turning towards their experienced fast bowler, Elmore Hutchinson, to get them a breakthrough or get some sort of momentum on their side.
I think at this point they just will be happy if they keep the boundary balls to minimum in the next 2 overs of this power play.
Yeah, the next 2 overs are going to be crucial, and I think that Anthony and Kamran know that, and they're going to take full advantage of the next 2 overs before the field opens up. And then the spinners can come into play.
Elmore not so successful with the bat today by getting out on the first ball. I'm pretty sure he wants to make amends with the ball in hand now. Elmore coming in to Kamran. First ball played comfortably. Misfield by Abhimanyu, giving away a single.
Adjusting the field to the right-hander with Anthony on strike.
The 2 outfielders that they have chosen is long on and cow corner for Anthony Bramble. With Elmore typically known to bring the ball back in, he don't want to give any width to Anthony. Short, played straight towards fine leg at Urjav, and he manages to stop that. I tell you what, Lashings and Elmore must feel relieved that they got away with that ball, because that had boundary written all over it.
Short ball, shortish length on the leg stump with no deep square leg or deep fine leg. Anthony must be disappointed to miss out there.
Elmore will be utilizing all of his wealth of experience over the years. Short, slower one, played towards cow corner, big boundary there. Excellent job done there by the mid-wicket fielder, saving 2 runs there. Vedant Jain cleaning up at the boundary. So far, so good from Elmore. 3 balls gone. 4th coming up. Full, played straight towards mid-wicket, and Abhimanyu manages to...
Another misfield by Abhimanyu. 2 runs given there.
I wonder if there was an odd bounce in front of him, but Lashings can't afford to give away such easy runs. They have to support their bowlers by building pressure.
Great start, ideal start to the chase by strikers.
Indeed. Slower one, took the pace away.
Elmore's experience coming into play, keeping the batsman guessing.
Keeping it really far away from the range for the batsman to hit, so that they cannot generate that power from the bottom hand that Kamran was looking for. Made a lot of room. Elmore gave even more width on that ball.
Current
Can
partnership.
Elmore close out this over? He's only given away 4 runs in the 5 balls. Short, played down the ground, straight towards mid-on. An excellent over after some fireworks that Silicon Valley strikers had in the previous overs. It's 48 for no loss at the end of 5 overs. An interesting change coming up for the 6th over after the way Neeraj was taken for cleaners. They're bringing in Harpreet in power play. Harpreet, typically known for his wicket keeping, will be an interesting move this, to say the least, on Lashings, perhaps surprising the batsmen. And they're hoping to see if Harpreet can close out this power play without giving away too many runs.
Surprising me for so far. I would have never expected this move.
Harpreet coming in right arm around the wicket, bowls in quick Yorker, played straight to covers. It's safe to say during power play, I don't think Harpreet's planning on tossing it up at all. That was really close to the stumps. So far, so good.
Slowed down a little bit.
I'm
varying
liking what
his
I'm
pace.
seeing from Harpreet.
Crucial over this. Sixth over.
The last over for power play. And a good matchup. Given that Kamran is on strike, their plan will be to keep him on strike as long as possible in this over. Played towards short third man. And just like commentators curse, the plan of keeping Kamran on strike is completely done and dusted. And it'll be interesting to see how Harpreet bowls to Anthony.
Good runs, a good over so far. Only 1 run coming off the first 3 deliveries.
The 2 outfielders are long on and deep mid-wicket for Harpreet. A short cover, extra cover point, backward point, and short third man are the infielders on the offside. Lovely ball by Harpreet.
Looks like that was the carom ball there.
Right on the money. Played respectfully by Anthony. Being watchful. The battle of 2 big men.
Deposited
Smacked it
away
towards mid-wicket.
for a 4 runs.
And it signaled 4 runs. Tell you what, he didn't get good hold on to that. He didn't get a good connection. Harpreet bowls it at length. Room given.
Bad length to give away. But
It was all toe and still managed to almost carry all the way to the 6. Still only 5 runs so far. If Harpreet can get a dot ball here, this will be a big success for Lashings.
5
I'm
runs
pretty
given in
sure.
the over so far.
I'm pretty sure he's feeling the heat. Straight down the ground. It's coming straight towards us. Over the dugout for a 6.
And that's where the over washed
It's over.
out. Because up until then, it was a great over, but 6 runs off the last delivery and 11 runs coming in that over. End
He's
of
still-
power play.
The funny thing is that if you watch the replay, he hasn't middled the ball. This was all toe, and he still managed to clear the bigger side of the boundary. So he's looking dangerous. And if he sees that he can clear these boundaries by hitting the toe of the bat, imagine when he starts middling it.
Anthony is batting on 37 of 19 so far.
So Silicon Valley Strikers has had a great start to their innings with not losing any wickets and scoring 59 runs in the power play. Elmore impact and add pressure to his teammates as well as to the non-striker. Elmore coming in. Slower one, played towards backward point. A good stop by Harkaran. One thing that's noticeable that has given success to Elmore so far is that he is not bowling in the slot, neither he's keeping his line on the stumps. He's keeping it as far away from the batsman as possible and taking the pace away, utilizing the bigger side of the boundary to keep the runs at minimum, given that he's bowling from the shorter end of the boundary. Short, cut away, over backward point. The third man is coming in and does a great job saving 3 runs, Arjav.
Poor running from the strikers.
A good enthusiasm and effort made by Arjav, the young player in this team. Perhaps Anthony sees that Kamran is struggling, and that's why he wants to take majority of the strike to see if he can clear boundaries. For Anthony, after the power play, the boundary riders are set by Lashings at deep square leg, corner, long on, long off, and a sweeper. And all the players in the inner circle are at the edge at 30 yards, so they are okay with giving away single as long as they can set boundary. Short, played straight towards a throw made by Arjav, but not accurate. And a good call by Kamran, a good positive running shown by Silicon Valley batsmen. Elmore utilizing all of his experience so far in keeping it tight from that end. Bowled full, straight towards mid-wicket fielder. Abhimanyu cleans it up, but a single taken regardless. So far, 5 balls gone and only given away 3 runs by Elmore. So he's doing a great job. If he can close this over out, this would really, really help his team's cause in defending this total.
Elmore has bowled with a lot of experience and poise so far.
He's maintaining his composure, that's for sure. Coming in for his last ball, short. Wide ball given by the umpire.
Everybody heard a noise.
Elmore appealing for a caught behind. A great effort, but Pankaj just smiles it away, saying, nice try, buddy. Try harder. Short. Played towards mid-wicket. They have protection there. It'll be only one.
Good over by
Another,
Elmore.
Indeed, another great over by Elmore, giving away only 4 runs.
5 runs in that over,
in this
one
over.
wide. But 9 runs in his 2 overs. And good over.
He's done a great job in keeping it tight. Silicon Valley.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
So
Vedant
bowling
Jain
change.
coming into the attack. Bowling change. Leg spinner.
I tell you what, this is a good matchup and a good move by Lashings. Given that an off spinner to Anthony, he might enjoy the liking. And this one with a wrist spinner moving the ball away from him. Vedant coming in. Tosses it up. Gets a leading edge. Harkaran takes the catch. First ball wicket, and Anthony Bramble's innings are coming to an end. A simple catch given to Harkaran Gujral. Excellent move and good captaincy by Abhimanyu and Lashings here by bringing a leg spinner, turning the ball away from a guy who was looking dangerous. A good breakthrough. Anthony was looking to heave it over mid-on. Perhaps he could have tried going over mid-off and he would have gotten better connection. But a really good breakthrough for Lashings here. Because Anthony was single-handedly taking the game away for them. Anthony Bramble goes for 39. And in comes ex-international pro in Shehan Jayasuriya. The man has name made. Excuse me, the man has made name everywhere that he goes to play. And he has contributed significantly once he has moved to USA as well. Now this will be an interesting move given that Vedant is expected to move the ball back into the left-hander. And Shehan does like to play sweep shots and go over cow corner. The field is set with deep point, long off, long on, cow corner, and deep square leg. Vedant coming in. Played comfortably towards square leg. Stopped in the deep square leg by Neeraj Goel.
Shehan gets off the mark nice and easy. So leg spinner's introduction worked well for Lashings. They were able to get the crucial breakthrough of Anthony, who was just hammering away.
Now Kamran's in a dilemma because on one hand he's helping the cause for Lashings. Quick single taken. And on the other hand, he's adding to the worries of Silicon Valley strikers, I'm sure, with him going below the strike rate of 100. He really needs to get going. Vedant is keeping it fairly tight so far. Toss it up. Appeal for stumping. Shehan looking to go over extra cover, missing it altogether. And good clean glove work by Suraj Kumar. I hope you all are enjoying these pictures brought by minor league cricket. Because I tell you what, that shot was really enjoyable. Shehan Jayasuriya gets one in his arc.
That went in the orbit.
Launches that one into the orbits, like Fazal Bhai says, over long off for a huge 6. Last ball coming up. Cut away towards point for a single. At the end of 8 overs, it's 73 for 1.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
Ninth over coming up with a bowling change. And I believe there must have been a lot of work gone in the homework by bringing in a off spinner to the left-hander batsman with both lefty on strike. Abhimanyu brings it himself onto the attack. Abhimanyu, also known as the chief in the team. Play towards covers. Should be a single. We hope you all are enjoying these pictures brought to you by MLC Network, powered by Yash Technologies and our sponsors at Amul. As Abhimanyu comes in to bowl second ball. Short, played down the ground. He must be relieved that he got away with that ball because it was really short, slow and wide. And Kamran managed to only get a single.
Crucial passage of play here. Another wicket or two here really dents this chase.
Played towards square leg for a single. Abhimanyu to Kamran. Down the ground. Kamran finally opens up his shoulders and smacks Abhimanyu over the head.
Cannot bowl spin from the shoulder end. And that is...
We've been saying that since first innings. Throughout this game, that bowling from this end, the shorter end with a spinner, it is a challenging task. Cut away. It's running away towards the boundary, and extra cover does a great job in stopping that and keeping it down to 2. Until that ball, Kamran was going below a strike rate of 100, and after that 6, he manages to bring it up. I'm pretty sure he must have felt relieved in getting that boundary away. Tossed up, played towards mid-wicket for another single. At the end of 9 overs, it's 85 for 1.
Even the best in the business needs a strategic partner to help them win. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
So another change in bowling from this end with Vedant getting a break. Harpreet coming back.
2 lefties on the strike prompts the change.
Right.
Save.
So Lashings believe in a lot of stats as well as setting right matchups. So Harpreet bringing the ball away, played down the ground for a single. So Harpreet probably would be expected to slow things down now and bowl some off spinners, given that he has protection now with 5 fielders outside. For Shehan, we have long on, long off, deep mid wicket and a square leg and a backward point. Played towards extra cover. Stopped by Harkaran. I tell you what, one of the key findings that I'm seeing, the difference between Lashings versus Silicon Valley, is their rotation of strike. They're keeping their dot balls to minimum.
Even the good balls are being put away for singles. And that's very crucial because it all adds up at the end. Those 15 singles that you take over a matter of 20 overs, 15 to 20 singles.
No, this is really crucial and a good point for all the young players that want to learn how to be good chasers, is to limit the amount of balls that you have as dot balls and try and rotate the strike as much as possible without relying solely on boundaries when chasing big targets.
2 runs in the gap there.
Yeah, this is smart cricket by Silicon Valley. Harpreet is keeping it really full. Length ball played towards the man at the boundary. So far, no boundaries in this over. 5 balls up. Inside edge, going towards fine leg. Stopped for a single. And at the end of 10 overs, it's 92 for 1. We're back on. Abhimanyu coming in. Short. And he manages to get an inside edge. Saved a single. Great job. Great stop done by Vedant over there in not giving away any runs there. That ball deserved to be put away, but somehow Kamran made a mess of it.
Think he may have missed out due to the lack of pace.
Short. Played towards mid-wicket. Cleaned up by
Missed out
Elmore
again.
just for a single. Abhimanyu seems to be struggling to get his length right. Needs to get a little bit fuller. There you go. Gets a wicket here. The
A
chief
big
gets the big fish in Shehan Jayasuriya. Now this is a good and a big breakthrough for Lashings and for Abhimanyu. I'm pretty sure this is going to give a lot of confidence.
This is the wicket they wanted, and they were able to get it because you're an experienced international cricketer who's in decent form, goes back.
Shehan goes for 14 runs off 10 balls. And the incoming batsman is Shivam Mishra. Shivam Mishra had represented Karnataka in Ranji Trophy, and he had played with his teammates who had the likes of Robin Uthappa, KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal. So a really competitive side that he played in. And I've had the opportunity to talk to him during the Premier League tournaments, as well as when he plays club cricket here in Southern California. And he seems like a genuinely humble guy, very down to earth, and an excellent cricketer. A lot lies on Shivam Mishra's shoulder here for this chase. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes about it. He likes to play sweep to spinners. Ball one, Abhimanyu coming into Shivam. Swept
First ball,
towards
swept.
fine leg. 4 runs. What a way to get off the mark. Plays his favorite shot and gets 4 runs.
Shivam loves to cut and sweep or pull. A lot of horizontal shots in his arsenal.
It's very typical of good players of spin from India. They tend to play sweep really well, and they tend to play spin really well.
I guess it's the idea of letting it turn and letting the ball to come onto you, playing it late.
Full toss. Deposited out of the ground. And what was a great over
Freebie.
is starting to look a little bleak. Waist high full toss. Easy pickings for Shivam. A lot to think for Lashings. Can Abhimanyu close this over out? Beautiful ball. Nice line. Silicon Valley Strikers need 77 off 9 overs. It's 103 for 2. Lashings continuing with the off-spin attack for lefties. Harpreet coming in to Kamran. Darts it in, driven beautifully towards extra cover. A lot of work for long off. Cleans it up, keeps it down to 2. Kamran is starting to get comfortable after spending enough time there. Played lovely over extra cover. This is going away to the boundary. There's no fielder there. 1 bounce for 4 runs.
Inside out, over cover region. Great shot.
It'll be interesting to see in the replays how much width was offered there by Harpreet, because it was pretty tossed up. Outside off. Driven beautifully. And I tell you what, when the lefties play these drives, they just look so much prettier than right-handers.
Indeed, it does.
The third ball coming up. Played towards covers for another single. So far, 7 runs have come off in the first 3 balls. With Shivam Mishra on strike, the field adjusts with deep square leg going back, along with mid-wicket, long on, long off. And a player at deep cover point. Message being sent to Harpreet. Try slow things down as he's bowling too flat. He darts it in towards point. Elmore misses it. And a single taken off Elmore's hands. Oh, swept away. Paddle sweep. This is going away towards the shorter boundary. And it is 4 runs. Kamran Hotak pulling out the paddle sweep. And goes for 4. There was enough pace on the ball.
Kamran's looking really good here. Looking very comfortable with after a nervy start, cautious start.
Yeah, there's not much room for error with the boundaries being shorter behind him. And Harpreet darted that ball down the leg. And he was easy 4 runs. Good execution. Beautiful Yorker bowled by Harpreet. Give away too many runs there with 12 runs off coming off that over. It is 115 for 2 with strikers needing 65 of 8 overs. Lashings going back to their trump card of Ayan Desai coming into bowl from the shorter end. Lashings needs quick couple breakthroughs soon if they want to make a game out of this, because this is looking like a one-way freight train all the way for Silicon Valley Strikers at this moment.
65 needed in 8 overs.
With 8 wickets in hand.
With 8 wickets in hand. Strikers are in control at the moment. And you're right, Lashings need some quick wickets to get back into this game.
I tell you what, they haven't looked uncomfortable from the ball 1. They've been watchful, then they rotated strikes, scored enough boundaries. Pull towards mid-wicket. Should be a single. Ayan bowling in cutters, banging it in to the wicket. Now if Ayan remembers from his last spell, whenever he had pitched it up, that's when Kamran managed to score boundaries off of him. As long as he keeps it away and hits the length. Slower one attempted onto the pads. Another single. Shivam Mishra 12 of 5, Kamran Hotak 43 of 37. Both looking comfortable. And running in. Short, appealed and given by Pankaj. Shivam Mishra is not happy.
The ball did skid through a little bit low.
It
but,
skidded
We
off.
don't know if it was low enough.
Height
for
was
the
of a
impact.
concern, but Pankaj deemed that as an LBW, and Shivam Mishra is furious.
Some words there for the umpire.
Thank God for not having stump mics. If looks could kill, Shivam Mishra probably. As you can see in the replay, the height was of a question.
Down.
He was looking good. And Shivam is still fuming as he enters the dugout. But what a breakthrough for Lashings. Much needed breakthrough. They need one more wicket here to make a game out of this and to get back into the game.
Big wicket there as Shivam was looking very good at the crease and was running away with the game. Some say hard luck on that. I say that's just the name of the game. You get some decisions for you, some against you. Some
I mean,
make
at the
sense,
end of
some
the day,
don't.
umpires are human beings. The only difference now has that the technology in international games allows them to fix those errors by using the decision review system. But at this level, when you don't have DRS, umpire's call will stay as a final call. There's not much you can do. Yes, it is disappointing sometimes, but you have to respect the umpire's call, because if they seem to think that it is out, then it is out.
It
Gary
looked
Graham
very
coming
close
in.
to me. Because the
straight
ball
back
did
over
stay
there.
low.
It did skid it
The ball
off.
did skid and stayed low. It did look close. And sometimes when you get hit like that where the ball does stay low, that's also a factor in the decision making. And you know, if it's adjacent to the wickets, then that's the decision you're going to get.
Umpire's call remains the final call. Ayan has bowled a really tight over so far, with piling up a couple dot balls here. Bowls a short one. It was really short.
White ball.
Umpire signaling one for the over, giving it wide. Ayan will have to bowl that one again. Gary Graham new to the crease. Ayan trying to get a couple of balls in as soon as possible to close the over out. Still has 2 more balls to go. Steaming in. Full. Bowls a cutter away from the batsman. Gets another dot ball. Gary Graham is another batsman that is known for his power hitting, and when he gets going, there is no boundaries big enough for him to clear.
Absolutely right there. And Lashings do have an somewhat of an uphill battle, but they're on the right track with the wicket of Shivam Mishra, and hopefully more to follow.
Last ball coming up. Gone.
Another wicket
and Gary
there by
Graham
Andesai.
is gone here for a duck. Ayan is pumped. Beautiful length ball, moving away from Gary. He manages to get some bat on it. And this is a big breakthrough. These are the 2 wickets that I was telling you at the start of this over that Lashings definitely need in order to make a game out of this. And they are clawing themselves back into this game. Much needed breakthrough thanks to Ayan's stupendous bowling, and what a comeback this is.
Great comeback into the game by Lashings. Strikers down 4 wickets now. With so there the equation stands at the moment where they need 62 runs in 7 overs with 7 wickets in hand. But the momentum has swung. And we're in it for an exciting finish. What do you think?
This is definitely looking exciting. Just what you need on a Friday evening. A wonderful game of cricket getting down to the wire. I would love to see this game go to the last over when the decision is made. as
A
Elmore
reminder-
Hutchinson.
A reminder to all our viewers, our two main sponsors, Yash Technologies and Amul. Amul was recently voted as I believe, the biggest brand in the world at the moment.
That's amazing.
It's a good achievement. I have to fact check, but they did receive an award for being a grand product brand out there. We've got a bowling change.
I don't know about you, but I love my sweets. And when it comes down to eating ice cream, there's none better than Amul. Elmore Hutchinson coming in to bowl the 14th over. He has been bowling really economically. So far, giving away only 9 runs. Missing his mark there, giving away a wide.
White ball to start out.
They need 61 off 7 overs. With only 6 wickets left in hand. Kamran has been there since opening. Elmore giving away another wide. This is not helping the case, and Lashings has to really tighten up and not give away extras here. The line that Elmore was bowling from the shorter end was really successful for him, and it seems like he's bowling a lot closer to the batsman now versus bowling it away from them. Short, wide. Backward point is running in. This could be tight. Appealed, and it's adjourned, not out. 2 runs. Excellent work there by Vedant, making it an effort to try and get a run out.
A flatter
This is-
throw would have gotten him for sure. But nonetheless, you're right. Great fielding, keeping it down to 2 runs. This over's been an expensive one so far.
You're definitely right about that, Fazal Bhai. A flatter throw might have changed things around. Kamran Hotak on 45 of 38. Elmore bowling short. And it's taken towards mid-wicket. A simple catch taken by Arjav. Sorry, that was Ayan Desai. Takes it comfortably at a chest height. And Kamran Hotak's innings is coming to an end. Lashings are chipping away one by one, trying to make a game out of this, trying to claw back into this, showing who's more hungry. I think it's going to come down to who's more hungry to win this game.
It's a scrapyard now, and whoever makes the right plays and scraps for those
Pulled with a lot of power, but straight. He managed to pick out the fielder as perfectly as he can. And only a set batsman who has played since opening could manage to do that. Had it been a couple feet left or right, that would have gone for 4 runs.
They went straight to the fielder, didn't it?
At chest height, even if Ayan managed to get out of it, he couldn't. It was that straight to him. He just had to oblige and accept it gleefully.
A timely wicket there, and the equation now stands at 58 needed from 38 deliveries.
I tell you what, every single dot ball from here on is going to add pressure and creep that run rate up. So right now, all Lashings need to do is focus on not giving away boundaries, keeping them to minimum, chipping away at dot balls as much as possible, and not give extras. They have to have a perfect game from here to make it happen. Elmore coming in for his 3rd ball. Played it towards gully.
Keep in mind that that was a left-hander that got out. So we got 2 righties at the crease now.
I would not be surprised if Lashings decides to utilize Vedant Jain from this longer end where Elmore is bowling from for the next change.
You're right, that
Vedant-
wouldn't be a bad move, right?
Vedant got wicket of Anthony Bramble on the first ball. Elmore coming in to Pranay Suri. A slower one, and umpire signals that a wide. Fazal, tell me what makes a good cricket bat?
A good cricket bat?
Correct. What do you look for in a cricket bat when you have to pick one?
I look for the weight and the balance. When you pick up that bat, you have to feel comfortable with it. It can't be
Play towards third man, gets a bottom edge, the Q end of the bat. Keeps it down to 1. Go ahead.
the balance and the pickup, the weight are the top most important things. When you pick up that bat, you have to have that feeling that yes, I feel comfortable with this. It can't be too heavy, not have that heavy feeling. I like that overall balance, weight in the bat.
And what are some of your go-to brands?
I have mostly preferred CA bats, and that's the bat that I always felt most comfortable with. Been fortunate enough to get some really good ones, and right now the one that I have is CA Legend.
A man of good taste.
It's a really nice bat, and enjoying playing with it. If I'm not mistaken, we're playing against your team on Sunday.
That's right.
Yes.
Well, let's hope that we don't make use of that bat on Sunday. But I tell you what, the bat that Pranay Suri is using, Gray Nichols, SG, SS, these guys are making some amazing bats. Hit straight down the ground towards long off, looking for 2. A keeper's hand would have been interesting as Pranay was struggling to get back. But yeah, I tell you what, man. I mean, I've had the opportunity to use CA, Gray Nichols, SG, SS, and some of the local brands like Ahir Sports and Uzi, and they've all been really fantastic bats. At the end of 14 overs, Silicon Valley Strikers are 127 for 5, with 53 needed off 6.
53 in 36. We're in the business end of the innings, and from here, obviously, the game can go either way. 2 good players on the crease. Adit, who's the wicketkeeper batsman, and Pranay Suri, who's the all-rounder for them, off-spinning batsman. Very capable of chasing down the score. So this game's not over by any means, and it hangs in the balance. If I had to tip it one way, what do you think? Who's more in control of this game at the moment?
With Ayan coming in, getting another dot ball, and I tell you what, I think from here onwards it is Lashings' game, and they have to really manage to muck it up in order to lose this game. Because Silicon Valley Strikers are 5 wickets down, 2 new batsmen at the crease, needing 9 runs an over, and every single dot ball is adding another half to 1 run per over needed. They don't have liberty to get set. Pull towards mid-wicket, should be stopped. And Arjav does a great job in keeping that down to 1. Ayan is doing a fantastic job in keeping that end down to no boundaries so far. He's only given away 17 runs in 3.2 overs, taking away 2 wickets in 1 over, and both being really big wickets of Shivam Mishra and Gary Graham.
Absolutely, it's Ayan's experience coming in, being exposed to a higher form of cricket, playing in Major League and newly selected into the U.S. team. It's
The
nice to see.
level of maturity this boy has shown, you would not believe that he's only 21 years old.
I agree with you.
He's been working hard, he's humble, and he's always eager to learn. And I've seen him play cricket since he was 12 years old, and the growth he has had and development he has had as a fast bowler has been incredible to watch. And we wish nothing but the best as he moves on to represent USA as he goes to play in Netherlands next week.
Beaten for pace there. Ayan keeping things tight.
The boundary riders are kept at deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, sweeper and third man. So the plan will be to keep the ball away. This is going away to the boundary. Elmore does a fantastic job with his long hands. Before Elmore could come in the frame, his hands were already in the frame. And then Elmore showed up. That's how tall this man is.
Elmore gets across very quick.
Only a guy who's 6'5" could have stopped that ball because it was traveling away from long off.
It helped that it was going to his stronger hand towards his left.
Indeed. I tell you what, he's getting up there in age, but the guy still moves. Oh, powerfully struck. The mid-wicket fielder gets a hand onto it.
Saved 3 runs there.
Indeed. Keeps it down to 1 run. An excellent spell done by Ayan Desai, giving away only 5 runs per over. And his stats read 4 overs, 20 runs for 2 wickets. 2 crucial wickets. And Silicon Valley Strikers need some boundaries quick, as they need 50 runs. Beg your pardon, 49 in 5 overs. Fazal bhai. Call me a psychic.
Vedant in action.
Well, it's almost like I knew the future. And I had told you the end that Elmore is bowling from, with 2 right-hander batsmen coming on. Vedant Jain comes back to the attack. Oh, beautiful
move there.
ball. Pranay Suri looking to heave it over mid-wicket by shuffling across the stumps. But manages
I
to...
feel that the line that Vedant is bowling, deep square leg, is standing too fine and probably needs to come around a little bit more square.
Second ball coming up. Oh, he gets good connection on that. First time was trial run. Second time he made it happen. With Lashings defending, 43 needed of 4.4 overs. 4.5 overs. I tell you what, Vedant did manage to bowl it away from him. Initially, it seemed like he was bowling on the stumps. But it's just that Pranay Suri exposed all of his stumps without worrying about getting bowled and decided to aim for the shorter side of the boundary. Vedant could manage to possibly slow it down a little bit and bowl away from him. But he's bowling flat and just hoping that Pranay manages to miss it. Because this ball was not much different than the previous ball that went for 6. It's still bowling in his arc. And Pranay is showing pretty clear signs of what he wants to do. Again, covering the stumps, full toss. This is not looking good. Huge 6 over long on. Vedant Jain overcooks this length. Bowls a knee-high full toss.
That was a hit me ball.
It was dished up on a platter, and Pranay Suri welcomed it with both arms open, like you see your loved one first time visiting at the airport. Tell you what, the spinners I've noticed too, they're bowling really flat and really quick. Almost like medium pacers.
You can't be afraid to toss the ball up. I mean, obviously not full
Especially
tosses, but
yeah,
like...
exactly, and he's bowling from the bigger end, so he has some room. It's not like he's bowling... This is even quicker. A good stop by Vedant. Saved a for sure single. But going back to the point, you have to toss it up for the ball to get an opportunity to turn. The quicker you bowl, the easier it comes onto the bat. And the batsmen these days, the strong boys, Pranay Suri is a big guy. They can easily clear it. There's another ball up in the air, and this is going towards the boundary. Another 6. These are 3 sixes in this over. Vedant going for 19 runs in his second over. And now the game has again tossed back into Silicon Valley Strikers' end. In 1 over, Pranay Suri has managed to bring this game back into the favor of Silicon Valley Strikers. There was one big over in first innings where Harpreet took liking to Shivam Mishra by hitting 4 sixes. And at a crucial time, Pranay Suri has managed to hit 3 sixes in 1 over to Vedant Jain. Now this is a big call, Fazal Bhai, as Abhimanyu comes onto the attack from the shorter end of boundary with 2 right-handers on strike.
Neeraj is actually...
correction. It looked like it was Abhimanyu, but a smarter call prevailed, and Neeraj Goel is coming into the attack. Short, played towards third man for a single. Cleaned up there by Christian Kalicharan. Anthony Bramble took a liking to Neeraj in his second over during power play, where he went for, I believe, 24 runs in 1 over. Let's see what he has to do here. Short, pull towards square leg. Oh my gosh.
Big 6.
Pranay Suri is turning it on here. This is his this is his 4th 6. Almost West Indian flair to that shot. Comes outside off stump and pulls it using Neeraj Goel's pace and out of the park. At one point, what seemed like a very difficult chase, Pranay Suri, in a matter of last 1 over, has brought it back and made it really easy with only 6 runs per over needed for Silicon Valley Strikers.
You're absolutely right. This game is in the bag for the Strikers with 23 needed in 3.4 overs.
Lashings need a miracle right now on this Friday evening. Neeraj Goel running in. Pranay Suri coming. Beautiful ball. Pitched it up a little bit. Not giving any room. The moment. Neeraj seems to be a little bit off color. Seems to be struggling a little bit. I tell you what. Here it may not help, but if you're struggling with your business technologies and logistics, Yes Technologies can help you with that.
You're absolutely right.
Coming down the wicket. Another dot ball. Tell you what, if Neeraj can manage to not give away any boundary and get a wicket this over in the next 2 balls, then Lashings could possibly have a hope, a ray of hope of making a comeback in this game. Short, pull towards mid-wicket. Oh, this is running away to the boundary. Harpreet manages to keep it down to 2.
Good effort there.
Tell you what, for a big man, Harpreet can move like a butterfly.
I don't know about a butterfly, but yes, he can move.
Some say Harpreet is a tank with a Ferrari engine.
That engine was firing today.
The whole 12 cylinders off them. Coming down the wicket to the left of Elmore, keeps it down to 1 run. Tell you what, he was at least 15 feet away from the ball, but 2 steps and Elmore was there.
Yep.
That's what height does.
20 needed in 18 deliveries. Run a ball here almost, and it's Striker's game to lose.
Strikers 160 for 5 with only 20 needing from 3 overs with still 5 wickets. And the way Pranay is going, full guns blazing, Lashings desperately need Pranay's wicket. Elmore coming in to bowl the 18th over. Pranay Suri on strike. Ball short towards mid-wicket. Harjav cleans it up. For a fraction of a second, Harjav may have thought that he may have had a chance to make that catch, but the ball did not have enough power in it to carry all the way to him. Adit Goravra on strike. So far he's been playing a supportive role to Pranay Suri because Pranay Suri was doing all the work and he just had to stay and give company to him, rotate the strike. Elmore coming in, dot ball. Now that's the pace of old Elmore, bringing back vintage Elmore, cranking it up when the chips are down and times are tough.
That ball zipped through to the keeper, and Elmore reminding us of capable of.
But this Jamaican Tiger is still alive. Short, up in the air. 2 runs. Direct hit, looking for another run. But Aditya had run in too far. Batsman not happy with something, signaling to the umpire. Elmore 3 balls bowled so far. running in. Another dot ball. The ball is really, he's really cranking it up. The ball slapping into Suraj's gloves. So far, 4 balls and only given away 3 runs.
Good over so far.
And I tell you what, he almost created a chance too. Had the fielder been a little bit closer, that catch would have been a difference maker with the new batsman coming in. Get another couple dot balls in. Played towards mid-wicket. Pranay running in. 2 runs taken. The throw had the opportunity to could be a quicker one. Then perhaps
Went to the wrong end there. The throw should have gone to the keeper end.
Ayan threw it in flat. Into the grass. Seemed like it slowed down after bouncing. Adit Goravra playing nice on drive. 12 more. Here we go. Last ball coming in. Big ball coming up. And it's a wide. $14 needed off 2.1 overs at a 6.46 run rate. Lashings desperately need Pranay's wicket here. Short, played it towards square leg for a single. And it is end of the over. Silicon Valley Strikers 167 for 5 with 13 needing from 2 overs.
It's an impossible shot.
Sometimes creativity and innovation are all it takes to achieve the impossible. Yash Technologies, more than what you think.
It's been a good game of cricket so far at Woodley Park. 2 overs to go.
And
Strikers almost home.
Can we congratulate the groundsman at Woodley Park for putting on such a good pitch, competitive pitch, where you've seen runs, you've seen wickets, you've seen sixes, and a game that is going all the way down to the last 2 overs.
We're witnessing 180 being chased. It's a good game of cricket.
Neeraj Goyal coming in. Oh, that had some quick. That had some wheels on it. Tell you what,
This
1
is the
wicket here.
Yeah. This is the crucial over.
Yep,
The 19th over.
19th over.
And if you can get a good over here for 1 or 2 runs, then taking it to the last over, anything can happen.
19th over has made or break a cricketer's career. Another beautiful Yorker. I tell you what, Neeraj is getting his money's worth if he can get a wicket or keep this over down to 2-3 runs. But going back to the 19th overs, like I was saying about it making or breaking careers, ask Haris Rauf, ask Arshdeep Singh, ask Bhuvneshwar Kumar. All these guys have felt the pressure that is the 19th over.
You're absolutely right.
Slower one, played towards covers. They should keep it down to 1, and they do. Smart batting by Aditya Goravra because obviously Pranay Suri is the power hitter between the two. He manages to give the strike away. Tell you what, this is something that Lashings on and off missed in the middle overs, where
Rotating the strike.
they did not rotate the strike after missing a couple balls and still continued to go after hitting the boundaries and use their power shots. Flicked it towards mid-wicket. Gets the toe of the bat. Only keeps it down to 1. Run out. Oh. Would have been a run out, but manages to get hit. I tell you what, if the ball had not hit Pranay, it was curtains for him. Both teams are feeling the pressure. Fifth ball coming up with Aditya Goravra on strike. Oh, good sip on that ball. Neeraj Goyal, you beauty. If this guy can get another dot ball, I think Lashings is going to forgive and forget what happened in the previous 3 overs that he bowled.
11 runs to go and 7 balls remaining. Last over of the innings. Very crucial ball. You're absolutely right. Crucial, crucial ball.
I tell you what, it's almost like this might be the match deciding ball. Last ball of the over. Dot ball.
What
a beautiful over this guy has bowled. The guy gets hit for 40 runs in 3 overs. Manages to come back, bowl 4 dot balls, only give away 2 runs, right when the chips were down, and making it happen.
11 runs needed in the last over. Who's it going to be? Who's going to bowl this over?
This is anybody's game with Pranay Suri on strike. It'll be interesting to see who comes into bowl.
Elmore has been bowled out. Ayan is bowled out. Dheeraj is bowled out. Harpreet has 1 remaining. Vedant has 1 remaining. And Abhimanyu has 1 remaining. Who goes and bowls that last over?
It looks like the chief himself is taking the lead. He said, who better than the captain himself? I tell you what, this is the sign of a captain that says, let me take care of this. I'll be the one who will bowl and bat.
Well, let's hope he does.
Abhimanyu came in his last over to bat. He's coming in the last over to bowl. Now let's see what he has in store.
It is the shorter end on the mid-wicket side, on the leg side. So Pranay.
Now the smarter approach would be to get 1 extra cover fielder, because the idea should be to keep the ball as away from Pranay as possible, because the guy shuffles it. This is great result. Ayan fumbles but keeps it down to 1. Oh, this is getting exciting, guys. Pranay Suri is off the strike. Ideally what Lashings would have wanted. And now Aditya Goravra, 9 runs off 14 balls, 10 runs needed off 5, 12 runs and over required, so to speak. With 5 balls remaining, which way is this gonna go? We're getting an exciting game on our hand, going down to the wire in the last over.
10 runs needed off of 5 deliveries.
And then, if you remember, in the last over of the first innings, Abhimanyu was the one, after eating 3 dot balls, he managed to score 8 runs in the 2 balls that he got to face at the end. Can he make it happen for Lashings? Darts it in. Oh, it's getting hit for 6. Right when the chips were down, Aditya Goravra pulls one off, hits it over cow corner. And now they need only 4 runs off 4 balls. Tossed it up right in the arc, getting smacked. Abhimanyu coming back in. Bowls a Yorker. Goes towards mid-wicket. Keeps it down to 1.
3 balls, 3 needed. That 6 really hit the
That
proceedings.
6 was as crucial as the game decider between the two. Which way it's gonna go, it's anybody's game. It might be too early to say, but can a man wish for super over?
Yes, you can.
I want nothing more than that in this final over. Outside edge. This is running over towards the boundary.
And that is the game for strikers.
Oh, what
First
a
win
game
of the
this
season
has
for strikers.
been.
A loss for the
Pranay
Lashings.
Suri manages to
And,
pull it off.
Very jubilant.
Abhimanyu bowls in, quicker one, a full toss. Pranay, with all his might, tries to hit it over covers, gets an outside edge, goes for 4 runs. At the end of the day, 180 was just not enough for Lashings. They must feel a little disheartened given that they had runs on the board and they had managed to come back so well. And don't forget that over that Neeraj Goyal bowled with giving away only 2 runs to bring Lashings back into this. Just for them to lose it with only 2 balls left at the end.
I think they had enough runs on the board. It just wasn't a disciplined bowling and fielding performance. That's where they were lacking. But if you ask them, they would take 180 to defend again the same opportunity.
That was the key factor. I mean, as you can see the extras given by Lashings, there's 15 extras where Silicon Valley Strikers only gave away 2 in their innings. So those 13 extras, you know, definitely helped the case in this chase. But what an amazing innings played. What a cameo played by Pranay Suri. Hitting 40 runs off 22. Pretty much single-handedly bringing this game home for Silicon Valley Strikers. Ayan Desai, once again, a standout performance along with his another counterpart, senior left-hander Elmore Hutchinson, doing a great job, but the rest of it was to be more desired for. This was me, Abhishek Vyas, along with Fazal Shah Nawaz, presenting this game. Thank you for watching. Until next time, signing out.